Hi everybody, thank you for joining me and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to take a look at what good things are coming for you before 2021. I'm going to do this pick a card slightly differently today. So I have two piles of cards, number 1 and number 2, and there's just 4 cards in each. These are my little cards that I created. Maybe you can focus on one of these 2 piles and choose whether you want to go with reading 1 or reading 2, and then we'll get into it. I'm going to do a reading for each option after we take a look at these cards and hopefully answer what's coming in for you, what good things are coming for you before 2021. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this. I hope you're having a nice day, and I have my charms, so they're in the bag also. If you guys want a little prompt, let's pick a charm for every single card. So we have the little starfish here, so maybe something to do with the beach, the ocean, a nice warm place. Now let's take a look at the other option. We have the scales. So if you're seeking justice or fairness in life, maybe this reading is for you. Here, let's take a look. This one has a hard time focusing. I've noticed that. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're having a nice day. And I just thought I would do this little reading. Oh, there we go. So yesterday I did a members only video, and unfortunately some members were not able to see it. So I made it public for everybody. It's the weekly daily. It's available on YouTube. I'll put it at the end of the video. Click through. Your all sign is also available, so you can choose between both or watch both. So why don't we get into number 1 and what good things are coming in for you before 2021, okay? So let's take a look at your cards. So we have a little star, and let's rock and roll. Let's see what's going on. So the first message is at the top. So we're just getting a little situated with this reading. So we have this message of no thanks. If you see a little dirt underneath my fingernails, I was playing with the plants, so sorry about that. So no thanks, no banana. Let's see the next message. We have below the surface, thank you. Okay. No thanks and thank you. And then on this side we have growth. Okay, that's looking really good. This is the world card. And then on this side we have God is within her, she will not fail. So it looks like if you chose number 1, you have something pretty big ahead of you here. And for those of you who are Christian, we have Psalm 46:5. That's the message. Okay. I have a feeling that there's something that you are maybe even expecting to be a part of, but I feel like maybe it's not going to pan out in the way that you had hoped. However, the reason you're being turned down or it's not panning out is because something bigger is coming into your life, which is the growth, the world card. You have something really big coming in the next 5 months or so. It's going to help you expand, grow, and in some way it's going to be a test of your character. It's going to bring in for you some kind of potential to experience more, to live life more fully. There's going to be a lot more depth to your experience coming into the fall. I have a feeling you've also completed something earlier or soon. Let me know in the comments if that's true. So it looks to me as though you may have completed something recently, a stage in your life has completed, and now you're ready for more growth. And when you say growth, sometimes people cringe a little bit. They think, oh, growth, pain, karma, blah. No, this is something good that's coming in. I really feel like it's like a good person coming into your life, or something else that is beneficial, that is positive, and it's just abundant. So don't worry, that growth is deeply connected to what's emerging, and that's a new depth of something within yourself, something within your heart that is growing and manifesting and bringing about a really, really big turnaround. It's bringing for you you become yourself more than ever before. You become more authentic. You get more out of life. You're able to claim more in life, and you feel yourself becoming on that mastery level. If we talk about mastery, then you're growing a lot. The little star, right? The little sea star. What is it called? It escaped me. I just said it what it is. The little sea star, ocean star. Why am I forgetting? Maybe points to the fact that there's something to do with emotions that's going on. So I think that you're going to have a bigger breadth of emotions, a deeper meaning to your experience, and that's what's coming in. So whatever is in front of you, this no thanks, maybe it's you saying no thanks to something in the outside world and saying some kind of thank you for yourself. Thank you, Maruta. That's the starfish. I forgot my words. Okay. That's okay. Okay, so maybe you're saying something, giving something in the outside world a no. Something more profound is coming in. I do feel like this is external, though. I feel like it's a person. I feel like maybe it's a person. It's someone who, I get the image of somebody with a smiling face, a calm demeanor, kindness about them, okay? Let's take a look a little bit further. This is a timeless reading, but I just realized tonight is the Pisces full moon, so this reading is a little bit different in light of the Pisces full moon, and I hope you guys enjoying it. Okay, so I'm just going to do a random reading for this option, okay? I hope it answers your questions. So we have the Sage. Somebody's given advice. I have a feeling that there's a person here who has given advice, a person who has in some way given awareness to you about which way to look. It's not necessarily a man, but there is definitely awareness to pay attention about what's going on that's been given to you. It's a gift. Okay, then we have option number 2. It's saying move quickly towards that which you want to achieve. It's time for you to giddy up and achieve your goal quickly. It's almost like someone has told you, pay attention to this, and you're meant to pay attention and then move very, very rapidly. So there's no time to waste. You have to get down to business. You have to work really hard towards getting that which you want. It's a fleeting opportunity, but it's a really abundant opportunity that's here for you. Let's take a look at the next cards. We have this, the 10 of Earth. Okay, so there's something that you truly want that's coming up for you in the fall. There's definitely something that is, you know, if I were to ask you what are your 5 favorite things, it's one of those 5 favorite things that's coming up for you in the fall. So I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but it's up to you to go and achieve that and go in that direction. And you will find a lot of prosperity if you just cut any attachments that you have to things that are not working in your best interest. And when you feel that intuitive push to move forward towards your destination, to go very quickly in that direction, okay? Then we have the Empress, or the Mother. This is the Mother. And look, there's a turtle right there, okay? So I have a feeling that somebody has communicated something to you, but from it's coming via your mother energy, your matrilineal line. Somebody has told you something, but it's in some way their message is a conduit from a maternal source. So it's like your mother, it's like your teacher telling you to go in a specific direction, but in fact it's your mother that the message is from, if that makes sense. Okay. And then we have the Counselor at the center. You're being called upon to step into a line of work that is very in line with who you are at the core. At the core, this is telling me that you're a very heart-centered person, a person who has a lot of compassion and a soft disposition towards others. And I think that I feel as though your life has been somewhat dry, right? Your emotion, your environment has been dry and has been unyielding. And I think part of the problem may be because you haven't been living within that practice of being that Queen of Cups. So in some way you've put yourself into an environment that is somehow cold, and life has gotten progressively more dry and possibly more vacant emotionally. And now, and you were wondering, you almost even forgot, I feel, you almost even forgot where your like heart center was, you know? You forgot your emotions. Maybe there was a breakup, maybe there was some other situation, and I feel like now it's like a little leaf, a new little plant growing out of very little, you know, but you feel it and it's coming to the surface. And it's up to you to kind of seize the day, carpe diem. Go after the direction you want. The next message is this guy. I forget what card this is. This is number 11. This is another type of sage advice. This is more of like a teacher, but this is more something to do with a journey or healing. This guy. Okay, he has frogs all around him. I don't know why it's not focusing. There we go. So we have this man. Okay, so I feel like maybe the person who's giving you advice is somewhat like you. Just disregard the fact that this is a man if you're a woman watching. And I feel like this person maybe has seen in you likeness to them. I really feel as though there's a lot of potential for growth for you here in the direction that you're going. I feel like you are like to the person that is giving you advice, and what's emerging is a very compassionate person, a heart-centered person, with a very rich environment. So that dry emotional environment that I saw for you guys, this is becoming enriched. It's almost like, you know, monsoon season, and it's quite a lot of rain and quite a lot of moisture coming into your life. Moisture meaning emotions, richness, from a place of, you know, kind of dryness, arid area. Suddenly you are in a place of wealth and abundance and emotional fulfillment. And I feel a part of that comes from saying no to your outside world. So this no thanks part, right? Like you're saying no to the outside world. You're holding it back. Okay. And then we have this rebirth card. So this isn't quite the death card. It's number 8 in this deck. Something new being born. This is generative. We're getting this cycle of generations and past lives. So it's not necessarily a birth. For some of you guys, maybe literal, but this is like a resurgence from past lives, from the back, you know, from your matrilineal line, from your mother's line of the family, or possibly from like past lives, past karma. Something's being brought into this reality. It feels like maybe you have been on a holding period for a while, and that dryness, I'm getting the fact that you've been in a dry environment. Now that doesn't mean you all live in the desert, number one, but what that means is that there wasn't many people around, and things got drier and drier for you socially and emotionally. And I feel like time's up, you know. There will be some kind of event that is someone says no to someone, and that's a sign of this progress. It's rather than investing in the outside world, you choose to invest within yourself, and from that whole egg hatches. That whole I wasn't even thinking about it. The whole egg hatches, and from that comes the new world. Okay, so here is the next message, the Ace of Air. And so there's definitely some kind of a step that you are taking towards encompassing in your life on a daily practice some kind of warm compassion, some kind of warm compassion, sympathy, love, just a very emotional and spiritual person. I feel like you're about to take a risk, and that risk in some way is allowing you to be more heart-centered in your life. Okay, here is the next message. Let's take a look. So we have the, I think this is the Knight of Wands, Sag, Leo, or Aries. Secondary transits in air, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. I feel like there is going to be a part of your journey in the next 5 months that has to do with this person. They could be a male, but they could be a female as well. I feel as though this person is intended to you as a companion. So they're here with you through a part of your journey in order to get you to take the next step, to take some kind of direction, some kind of plunge. I also feel as though this person comes around at a time when there's a shift around you. There's a shift and the change, and you take a step kind of on your own, but almost immediately they're there. I wonder if not they're the World card, in which case they may in some way be from far away. So somebody's coming towards you from far away. Somebody is coming into the picture from outside of your sphere of influence. So somebody new and somebody with a lot of energy. That's definitely true. Okay, so I'm just picking decks that are by me. So I just thought that this would be a nice way to do a reading, like a longer pick a card, you know. You guys choose your 1 or 2s and then you get a full reading, okay? So here we go. So there it is again. Okay, Jack of Clubs. So Sag, Leo, or Aries, okay? Or secondary transits in Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. When I say secondary transits, I mean the Moon, Mars, Venus, some kind of complement to the Sun in the main position. So the Sun or the rising sign very likely is a fire sign. The secondary transits may very well be an air sign, okay? That's just the combination that it looks like to me. But if anything, this person's coming in very quick, and I feel like they're there for you as a companion in the next part of your journey, and they're bringing in some kind of fresh energy. You lunge forward and they lunge forward from something at the same time. Let's see. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles, Sun in Virgo. So this might be happening right now. This is crazy. The thing about this reading was that I was initially going to make it for September, but I like these before 2021 readings. I really like the longer period. I think it's kind of a crazy time for all of us right now, and the next 5 months is like a better time to work with than just 4 weeks. Things are moving very, very quickly. And you know, somebody who said IDC Nouvelle, hi there, you said healing, that I'll incorporate your message into the reading. I know you retracted it, but I'll just say what I read, was that healing takes longer than, what did you say? I was reading it, I was like, oh, that's profound. Healing takes longer than something else. Basically, the point is that healing takes time, and maybe that's a response to whatever kind of, you know, when you're kind of sick for a while or something has happened and you don't feel well, and then you have to kind of sit by and wait, and then ultimately you feel better, but it's not yet time to integrate yourself in the outside world yet. I feel like that's been your thing, that you've been sort of, something's happened that caused you to sort of withdraw from other people and be alone somewhat. And the last little while was this, okay, so she or he said, meant to say that healing may hurt more than the pain that caused it. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, that's something else, but I read something else and that triggered me. That was a nice psychic connection. I like that. Okay, so just, it feels like you were in that period, that suspension. In Catholicism, it's called purgatory almost. You know, you were sort of waiting for something to get going and almost irritated the last couple weeks or the last couple months, but it's going to definitely move forward. You know, when a truck makes a 3-point turn, it has to move and stop, back up and stop and then go. That's what I feel like. You have to wait for each point of the transition to happen so you can go in a different direction. That's really nice. I like that. And then we have the 4 of Cups. I love these cards, by the way. They're just so beautiful. I've liked them since I just love them so much. I wish it was a full tarot deck. It's not. So this is like playing cards, 52 cards. So we have Four of Cups. This person is giving you something. This person's extending to you something, reaching out to you, bringing positivity into your life. Very, very nice energy. Let's see the next message. We have the Seven of Air, Seven of Swords. This person has this, the Knight of Wands energy, coming and going, coming and going. You know, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm not sure what that means. It might be dependent on your situation. I'm not getting a clear message on whether that's true for everybody the same way. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. I think this is also saying that you're stepping back into your like higher energy. So I feel like you've been at a lower vibration for a little bit, for a little while now. And so now in some way you're, you know, stepping back into your own. Maybe you haven't felt as beautiful. Maybe you felt somewhat diminished in appearance or energy levels. More to do with energy than anything else. I feel like your energy's coming back into you. And I feel like you've been working at it for a while and it's not been as much progress as you had hoped. But I feel like all that effort has accumulated and you'll see that sort of manifesting. This reminds me of, you know, when people with weight lift, like heavy weightlifting, they sometimes pack on weight, like fat, by eating high calorie meals, and then they lift really high level weights, and then they do something called that shredding, right? Which means that they cut their calories, and then what happens is you end up very defined and your muscles are bigger because they've been supporting a bigger body mass, right? So it's a way to kind of trick the physical body to, like, you know, tone up a little. It feels like and that process of shredding, you know, like you've been incubating something and now you're coming through with your energy. I do have a feeling that when you're dealing with this person, this Knight of Wands, I feel like they're there for a reason, which means that they're there for a period of time. For some of you, don't get too attached. They're meant to be as a signpost, a guide, someone with you along the way, you know, to hold your hand a little bit to where you're going. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, hard work. I think that probably by the end of this time period, you'll be beginning some kind of new job. I feel like in the end of this time period, you're going to be exposed to the opportunity of a much better job than you've done, and also much better job than you've done, but also like a better position. This all happens with whatever's happened behind the scenes. Maybe some of you guys have been turning down the outside world and saying yes to things that build you up from within. And so I feel like maybe, yeah, turn down the outside world, build yourself up from within, and now maybe you're getting irritated, like, I've waited so long, it's not coming around. And right after, like, you get irritated from waiting, that's when it comes in a big way. But the main thing I feel is that you're in some way stepping into owning your feelings, being like, you know, in some way, not in charge of your feelings, because I don't think it's about that. I feel like maybe your enough is enough is the feeling that I'm getting. Enough is enough. Now I'm going to live authentically within my emotions. Enough is enough. Now I will live authentically within my emotions. I'm not holding back anymore. That's the message. Maybe I'll give you guys a little bit more cards and then we'll start number 2. I didn't want to go fast with this at all. Okay, so we'll pick 4 cards from the John Holland Psychic Tarot from the Heart. None of this feels like it's talking about relationships and emotions. That doesn't mean that you don't have a relationship going on. I don't feel like this is the point of what the cards are saying at this time. However, this card does signal to me that for some of you, there could be someone with whom that's very important. There's a lot of loyalty, there's a lot of trust there. So, but it's not the point. It's almost like it appears almost as if out of the side of my perception, like, you know, when you see somebody from the corner of your eye, that's what it feels like. Okay, so I know some of you guys are looking for like love messages, and I would say if this person's coming through, be very, very careful for romance. Okay, and especially with the message that I'm getting for him about, or her, about the fact that you're both getting over something, because like two peas in a pod that are getting over something is like a quick trip to heartache, you know? So, and especially with a flighty one like that, a person that has maybe multiple commitments or something, okay? Not necessarily multiple relationships, but they seem very fast paced, like in and out, and I gotta go, and, you know, a kind of a mind that's all over the place, okay? So, but nice, there's some kind of a shift. Somebody's reaching out towards you. It might change things up, but you need to take care of you, and you need to, in some way, it's not about them. They're just a signpost. They're just a guide. They're someone along the way. So let me know in the comments if you want something clarified, okay? We have the 9 of Swords. This is what I love this card. So we have Mars in Gemini, okay? So darkest fears. And then we have the Last Judgment, Pluto, my favorite card, Blossom. So from some kind of darkness is emerging, like, you know, I feel like maybe you wanted to be this hippy-dippy, emotional, in-tune person for a long time, and either your environment or maybe a part of yourself was sort of stopping you for a while. And I feel like maybe now is the time where you can actually revisit that idea. Some of you might be going through your Saturn return, right? Which means that in some way you're taking an account of your life and saying this fits and this doesn't, right? So there's a pretty big decision, but maybe it's a decision within yourself, like make peace with yourself, make peace with your heart. 3 of Pentacles, reach out, okay? So I feel like we have 3 of Pentacles here. So I feel like you're going to show the world what exactly you're about. You know, remember this card. That's a very important position. So God is within her. She will not fail. So whatever you're doing, it's the time to do it. It's the time to show everyone, you know, what you're about. The good. And then we have the Fool. Let's end on this because this is a really nice ending. So we have the Uranus, right? The Fool, a new beginning. I'm getting very strongly new job, new career, something that you are going to shine at. Absolutely something that's up your alley. And I feel like you will really show other people your worth. So, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Let me know in the comments if you like it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time. I think that was all right, right? That came through very fluid. It's just an experiment, Pisces full moon. And we are going to do, this is a timeless reading, by the way, but I'm filming under a Pisces full moon, like I said. I am going to do the full moon reading. I wasn't just ready to do it right yet, so I thought I would do this for you guys. And then I'll come back with the Pisces full moon reading, okay, later. But it's coming up, and for members as well. So unless something else happens, there's been a lot of interruptions, but we're getting back on track. Okay, number 1, thank you for joining me. I hope you guys had a very good day, and I hope you have a good rest of the year, okay? So now let's move on to the scales of justice, okay? The scales of justice, Libra, here we go. Da, da, da. Things coming into your life, okay? So let's see what kind of cards. Let me know in the comments if you guys chose number 2, okay? They're not the same layout, so don't get upset with me if I choose to go a different direction, but the other layout really worked well, so I might try that with you guys too, okay? I wasn't planning on it, but it's a nice set of cards, okay? So we have first, why should I care? So you're asking yourself, why should I care? That's the card. So there we go. So we have why should I care? Big question mark. Confronting something. Okay. And then inner light. Oh, you're both of these things are sort of the same. This reminds me of my old place. Let's enjoy this for a minute. Hey girl, hey. Okay. So I feel like maybe you're confronting the outside world, number 2, but I think that you've gotten really deeply rooted within your own inner light. I love this card so much. Like this, I just love this so much. Okay. So let's see. You've gotten rooted in your inner light, and it's almost like anything that you're up against in the next 5 months is significantly diminished by your relationship with yourself. Why can't it focus? Here, show them the beauty of this. Isn't that so gorgeous? I love this right now. Okay, so we definitely have this deeply rooted connection with, for number 2s, that in some way is changing your relationship to the outside world. Very similar to number 1, actually, but more of an attitude sort of thing here, you know? This is more of like feeling yourself, like you're feeling yourself to the extent, you know, that, yeah. And then we have who's watching. So let me explain this card because it hasn't ever come up in a reading before. When who's watching is coming out, this really means that there's an admirer that's coming in, that you're being, this is not like a creepy stalker situation. This is a very nice feeling about your inner light and feeling that sense of connectivity and being appreciated. I feel like, you know, when you're having fun, or when somebody around you, your kids, if you have kids, when somebody around you is having fun and you catch them in a moment of laughter or play, there's that moment of like, you see real beauty in somebody who's really enjoying themselves. Whoever is around you is perceiving that in you, number 2. And I feel like they see in you this like real deep connection with yourself that is sort of not interested in whoever is bringing in. Here is the next message. We have distracted. Okay. Okay, so distracted by the beauty. You seem very, very distracted coming into the fall. Now, distracted in this case means that you're seeing something beautiful. You're looking at the outside world. You're in some way, you in some way are not paying attention to what's in front of you because you see something beautiful on the horizon. That's why there's like this mask of, you know, mountains and clouds. So that's what I'll say for number 2, just for the intro. I feel like number 2, for a while, you were probably trying to get the attention of someone or something with this, a lot of effort that you were putting forward to having yourself kind of recognized or seen. And I feel like for whatever reason you have switched gears in the direction that you're going, and you have had an epiphany, or you're about to have one, in which you get really rooted within yourself, and the majority of your effort, your work, and all of this energy is coming back into this deep relationship you have with yourself, right? Okay, so now let's take a look at these cards. And there's definitely someone who's paying attention in a good way, in a good way. Okay, so we have this, we have the 5 of Swords, okay? 5 of Swords. And so the way that you've been approaching a situation hasn't been working out. Now that doesn't mean it's your fault or it's anybody else's fault. You were sort of a dog chasing its own tail, going around and, you know, trying to get a different response out of the same actions, okay? And then we have the 9 of Earth, Venus in Virgo. I feel like you're stepping out of this situation with a lot of resources. You have a lot of money or security in some way. The situation was draining you energetically, but financially or monetarily, in terms of your security, you were actually in a good position for yourself. Now, that's all relative. For some people, $5,000 is great. For some people, $100,000 is great. That's your narrative. And, if you've never made more than, I don't know, $35,000 a year, and you're upset that you're not a millionaire, then maybe that's more to do with your expectations rather than like a sensible account of things. So within reason, your financial stability is really good given the circumstances. And so in some way, what I feel actually for you is a shift. What I'm picking up for you is that there was a lot of like survival kind of energy going on for you before. That's why you got trapped into seeking approval from an outside source. And that's why you kept on being in some kind of environment that was broken. Now, mind you, this is what I'm getting about this environment, though. This is really interesting. The environment was broken. You were your expectations in the situation were somewhat broken, but so was the environment. Oh, isn't that interesting? So everybody who was in that situation was sort of mixed up, right? Like the whole thing was sort of, off, kind of wrong. There was no what may have kept you there is like FOMO, fear of missing out. So you kept on in some way delving into this energy over and over again. And when you break up with someone and you sort of have this fear that you're suddenly going to have less, and there's this anxiety that like suddenly you're going to be cut off at the knees sort of thing. I feel like you are coming out of this situation with the anxiety or worry that you're somehow coming out in some kind of limited state, but you're coming out really strong. That's what's coming through. And I feel like in some way that brings you awareness about your inner strength and your inner light. And from that energy, you are going to in some way very much shine and put forward a lot of strength and a lot of positive energy, right? It's cool. You're coming out strong. And I think that it's giving you enlightenment about self-deprecating feelings or self-limiting beliefs that you were in some way limited by, and it's not about you being a bad person. When we're in a bad environment for a long time, that environment conditions us, right? To have a negative state of mind. Humans should not think they're like God, right? Humans should realize our limitations and our frailties, because that allows us to give compassion to ourselves and other people. Like we're not that tough, We've achieved a lot as a race or a species, but but essentially we're quite weak, so it's not like me saying like, oh, you're such a weak person. No, I just feel like it was kind of like a brain fart. You were sort of for however long. For some of you guys, I feel like the brain fart lasted for years. So, I don't know. I'm really enjoying this reading, guys. Okay, so let's keep going. I hope you guys are too. So, here is the next message. So, we have this guy, the Six of Pentacles. I never get this card because Six of Pentacles is Moon in Taurus. And grant you, this card is not a typical tarot card, but there's some kind of generosity, and he is giving fruit. But why is he chained up? Why is he is his karma to give? But he also has the key wrapped. I guess you get to choose whether you set him free. Okay. a little romance novel here for you guys today. No, I feel like you're coming out of the situation not alone. I feel like you have people on your side, and I feel like maybe if you have a partner, then they're actually standing really by your side. If this isn't a breakup or something, then you're coming out of this situation much stronger, and you have someone who's sort of tied to you, somebody who has like a connection to you, who has love for you in some way. And then we have this, we have the 22 card, intuition, mysticism. Maybe somebody cast a curse, not a bad curse, like a good curse to help you in some way. It feels like somebody's plucked you out of one environment and now suddenly it's a different environment altogether, a much brighter one, you know? You have, and the distractions, like I'm getting like you're in a very beautiful environment that's really easy to get distracted by, you know, like, how do you say, like, you know, nice flowers or like nice paintings or nice music, whatever's around you, it's very easy to be like, ooh, this is nice. Then we have the 19. You're definitely being protected. Now I'm getting two protective energies around you. I'm getting this guy who's like a physical person, I think. And this is like a spirit guide or an angel that's with you. There's definitely this kind of magical, esoteric level to this where there's some kind of spirit that's, you know, not cursed you, but given you some kind of blessing. And there's also like an angel guide or some kind of spirit guide that's here protecting you. You're much stronger than you think. Here is the next message. Then we have this guy again, the wise old man showing up with his owl. He's like, I don't give a hoot. Okay, no, sorry, that's my joke for this guy. Okay, so this person and you have a very long connection from past lives. This person, whoever it resonates as, you and this person have a long-standing connection. And this person, like, if you're wondering why this person is being as forthcoming towards you as you, you know, as if you're wondering why this person is so supportive towards you, I suspect that there's a lot between the two of you from the past. Now, some cards fell. So we have, again, the same guy. This is, I think, you. And then we have the 5 of Cups. Somebody, nope, it's not you. Yes, it's you. I think in some way, for a moment, you are going to feel like this person let you down. But the message, like the spirit guides are saying, like, this person did not let you down. This person's not going to let you down. They're really, really tightly bound to you, right? But for a moment, I think you're going to have a feeling like this person's not on the same page as you. No bueno. Let's see the next message. So we have the Queen of, or the Knight of Cups. And then we have the beautiful 8 of Pentacles. I love this card so much. It's not so pretty. This deck is very, very pretty. Very, very beautifully illustrated. I don't even know who illustrated it, but okay. So I have a feeling that you're going to have a moment of wisdom about a situation, and you're going to feel as though something's much shakier than it is. It's really firm. Why should I care moment. So you're going to have something in the past happen that made you feel in some way, you know, again, my old place giving me vibes. Okay, so something's reminded you, I think it's your relationship with this person. You're going to feel like, why should I care? Something happened and I don't feel good about it. That's the 5 of Cups. But I feel like your doubt is being proven wrong. And I think that you're being taught about tenacity and like holding within a relationship or holding a relationship strongly in your heart. And I think it's like only through experience can you really grow to appreciate this person and this vibration. So that's good. What else? Okay, now let's pick 6 cards. I think I'm going really slow with this one, huh? You guys, am I going slow with this? Let's rock and roll. Let's see. So we have the Ace of Wands, okay? Ace of Wands, a new beginning. a big push forward. There is definitely a lunge here. I feel like you just wake up one day in the next couple months and you realize you've been holding back and moving forward because I think you felt weak, frankly. I think that something psyched you out, made you believe that you're not, like you started doubting yourself or doubting your environment or the situation. Like it's like you questioned whether or not it was yours even. But I feel like suddenly there's like a bolt of lightning. This inner light comes through. That's in your subconscious or in like your private sphere. That's just very quickly making itself known that you're far stronger than you think you are. You're in a much better position. You're much more protected than you think you are. And then we have the Ten of Cups. Okay. So very quickly you move. It's almost like moving from, question marks or, lack of direction, aimlessness. I'm thinking of like waiting for Godot, just like suspended kind of waiting and not expect, like without any promise of an end. And then you have the a Jack of Hearts. Like look at this plunge forward. Very quickly something's going to change. Maybe this is a friend that turns into more for some of you guys. Like somebody seeing this person's by your side, and then boom, forward. Like it feels like a huge energy moving forward in alignment with your self-awareness, coming into consciousness about just how much you have to offer. See, she's not chained up and she's still giving. She's not chained up, she's just lit, So there's definitely this energy. And then there's someone who's offering you love in one way or another. There's definitely a favorable energy here. Bringing forward love, compassion. I really think it's this guy. See, this person has the face of this, like a hunky stud. I don't know. The goatee is a bit much, but their soul and their connection to you is that of this, a sage. Or maybe the opposite way around. Maybe, if this is your demographic, if this is your age group, maybe this person is coming through like this wise older man, and then below the surface, he's like, this full of energy person, like a it definitely feels like there's a duality here where appearances are not necessarily the same as what's on the inside. And what's the inside is really beautiful, and you'll be very happy with it. It's exactly what you want, okay? So let's see the next message. We have the Ace of Diamonds. You saw me pick it myself. Some of you guys might change your environment, change home, change direction, change a job. But this isn't really about that, right? In some way, it's like a heart is healed, right? I'll tell you guys something about this spread number 2. That this was, I was in my mind before I did this, I thought I was going to do the heart-shaped spread for you guys. But this came out this way, and I'm glad it did. But I kind of felt or intuited that this was more of a love-based option, not planning for it or anything. And there's a huge part of karma to do with this. The scales to me signify karma, so a balancing of an unfair situation. Now that's not something that you can hash out with someone in your environment, right? This is something within yourself. Something you feel to be unfair is being in some way reprimanded or improved upon. It's getting switched. You've been getting not enough, like if everybody gets equal portions, you're not getting your fair portions. Queen of Cups again. Very similar energy to this Knight of Cups. So bringing forward love. There's a lot of water here, so very likely maybe air sign, water sign. There's a lot of water, quite a bit of earth too, so I don't know, muddy water. Okay, so there's this joke about Muddy Waters, who's a blues player, and it goes, Muddy Waters invented electricity, which means that he was like the first blues musician that played electric guitar. So they say muddy waters invented electricity. And I just love that saying. I don't know, maybe that means something for somebody. And then we have the Eight of Cups. The discernment, what is it? The discernment to know when to abstain, and the discernment to know when to pull back from situations, and when to kind of lean in and distance from situations to observe them. You're going to be very guarded because you're going to be like, I found this thing within myself and I don't want to give it up. Okay, so let's see the next message. We have the Empress energy. Now that's you in some way flowering. Here is the next message. We have the Four of Pentacles. Open up. Knock, knock, knock. Somebody's knocking at your door. And for those of you, I saw Halle in there. Hi, Halle. Nice to see you. If you're a guy that likes girls, or if you're if you like girls, then this could be a woman, or this could be you. I don't know. You guys can mix up the interpretations about who is what, right? So somebody's knocking on your door. You're blossoming. You're coming. Definitely there's a vibe here about like a Saturn return, or some kind of you're getting in touch with yourself without how do you say, the influence of outside factors, with the exception of this. But that's in alignment with your kind of glow up or whatever is going on. Next card, we have the Seven of Wands. Choose your battles very carefully. When it says choose your battles, it's not like you're gonna fight. I think that use your energy wisely, because you have very good energy, and that's what this Eight of Cups is about. I feel like definitely saying no to things is very important for you in the fall, because you have things to lose now, and my favorite card to finish up, we have the High Priestess. Listen, I just love this card. It's so beautiful. So, so insight. You have a vision for yourself. Don't let the outside world pollute it. I feel like your life has been pulled into the undertow, in some darker place. And now you've elevated and you've risen to the surface. And I feel like now that you're here again, or maybe this is the first time you've ever been to this space, you're in the zone, she knows, right? She knows exactly what's going on, and she's not going to back off. So, okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. It was about an hour long, so nice long pick a card for you guys today. And I'll talk to you guys soon, okay? Take care. Bye. And have a wonderful rest of the year, okay? Talk to you guys